Hindsight is 2020. For some, but not for plenty. It's Rhyme and Reason 715.
There's a rhyme and reason for your life. There's a rhyme and reason why you're...
Hey there, Tony here. And I recently had my eyes examined. No, not my head. I know a couple of you out there are thinking that, but, no, it wasn't my head. I had my eyes examined just a few weeks ago, and recently got my new glasses. And that was a treat because I had broken the stem on my good pair of glasses. And I wanted to put this all together also because I noticed that as I wrote about it, it was my 2020th post on TonyFunderburk.com. So I thought, hey, 2020, I know this is the year 2021, but we had a really funky 2020, didn't we? And here I am getting my eyes examined to try to get that 2020 vision. So anyway, those two things and a couple other unnamed things got me thinking about that expression, hindsight is 2020. So from what I've been able to figure out with just a little research, because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it, is that expression probably started somewhere around the mid-1900s. But hindsight is 2020. That's a metaphor that doesn't really work as much anymore because it implies that you can look back in time and see more clearly what you woulda, coulda, shoulda done, And it's another way of saying those who don't learn from the past are destined to repeat it. So the expression is based on something that's known as the Snellen chart. Not the Smellen, the Snellen, S-N-E-L-L-E-N chart. And if you've ever had an eye examination, you've seen the chart or some form of it. That's those rows of letters that get smaller and smaller, and the doctor asks you to cover one eye and read the smallest line you can see. And, on a side note, for some reason they have fewer lines than when I was younger, but I don't know, I digress. So when you can see the chart clearly with both eyes from a distance of around 20 feet, that's kind of how they got your vision is 20/20. Okay, but here's a little plot twist. Just because your vision might be categorized as 20/20, it doesn't mean it's perfect vision. It just means you have clear, sharp vision when you look straight ahead at about that distance. And your ophthalmologist, now there's a word you need glasses for, he's going to still want to test your peripheral, or she is going to want to test your peripheral and depth perception. But it's the looking ahead compared to looking back that I think is interesting, because you can get a prescription to see what's in front of you and see it more clearly. And, that can help you avoid running into a door or help you drive safely. We all want that. But there's no prescription for looking back in time. And even if there were a prescription, it wouldn't help because you still couldn't do anything about what happened 5 minutes ago, let alone 20 years ago. But you can learn from your past mistakes, and you can do better as you move forward. But it's going to require a prescription most people don't want. Do you want to know what that prescription is? I'll give you 2 words that describe the prescription. Get wisdom. Yeah, wisdom. Not book smarts, not street smarts, pure, unadulterated wisdom. And you know what? Most people don't want to do that because they don't want to go where it is. They'd rather hide their heads in regular books or turn their ears to the streets, get that street talk, that streetwise stuff. But the world, this whole world, does not contain wisdom. The world is full of unrighteousness, sexual immorality, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, envy, murder, strife, deceit, and evil-mindedness. Wow. Those aren't words that I came up with, by the way. There's a link in the show notes that says world is full, and that'll take you where that comes from. And that list manipulates people into being, that list of those those bad things, unrighteousness, sexual immorality, those will manipulate people into being whisperers and backbiters and haters of God, and violent, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents of all things, undiscerning, untrustworthy, unloving, unforgiving, and unmerciful. Yeah. You notice anybody that fits any of those descriptions? If not, then I think it's time for your eye exam, because those kind of people are all around you. Now, I'd like to recommend the best way to look back so you can see clearly as you move forward. And of course, my recommendation is to read not the Snellen chart, but read the best-selling book of all time, the Bible. Or you can keep running into walls and sliding down slopes and falling off cliffs and reaching for ropes, never looking up for your dreams and hopes. Yeah, you can keep running into walls and sliding down slopes. I don't recommend that. Read the best-selling book of all time. Get the wisdom. Get the wisdom, okay? The wisdom that's in there. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Rhyme and Reason. As always, brought to you by TonyFunderburk.com. Maker of fine words that come from words of wisdom, not my own, but also the place where you can get that t-shirt. You can get other t-shirts too, by the way, and you can get books for kids and music for kids. You can get all kinds of stuff, and there's all kinds of freebies over there. My goodness, if you don't want to buy my books, which are hugely expensive, by the way, for kids, they're anywhere from like $1.99 on up. I mean, I don't blame you, There's no need to be, getting yourself into debt for this stuff. So go on to TonyFunderburk.com and you just do a lot of searching through there, and you'll find all kinds of free stuff. You can read your kids to sleep night after night after night with the free stuff. But, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. But I recommend it. Okay, thanks again. This is Tony reminding you, as always, that life has rhyme and reason because God made you.
There's a rhyme and